Hi, Sagittarius. This is Just with your October 15th to the 31st, 2017 reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, Sagittarius, I do see some of you guys have tried to implement or is thinking about implementing something new into your business for those of you that have your own business. And so I do see deciding, trying to go in a new direction with business, trying to make some decisions there. And it looks like you may it looks like if you're trying to expand a business to some extent, it may require some education. It may require some formal, teachings of some sort. Okay. And you may even be looking into that. I do see some of you, after a period of not being in school, you deciding to go back to school. So congrats if that is something that you really feel would benefit you. I do see studying, so that's coming up. Now I feel like it's coming up. I feel like some of you are going to start looking into it. You may have thought to yourself like, I need to, get this degree or I need this licensing, that sort of thing. And I feel like starting the process will be a grueling one, to start that process. And you may be in it and out of it. Like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and I haven't even followed up on the school thing in like 3 days, 4 days. But then someone may help you along with helping you get a little bit more stable and making that come to pass. So it could be the advice person. It could be a dad. It could be a brother. It could be anyone in your life that kind of is very practical, or someone being very practical and helping you along with the little details that you kind of gets lost upon you after, dealing with it for a good day. It's like the next day, I don't want to get up and do that anymore. I want to do something else. So I do see that some of you are working a lot and maybe traveling or trying to get to a better place mentally for yourself, trying to get into a space that is more conducive to making things happen for yourself. I kind of get like an all over the place energy, to be honest with you guys. And I feel like there's some things that you guys aren't necessarily wanting to deal with. So you may be hiding behind work, hiding behind, you'll be surprised at how your subconscious can really trick you, and you can find ways to kind of, put too much focus on one specific thing, not knowing or not wanting to admit that it is to avoid something else. So I get a bit of avoidance to some extent, and needing a nudge, needing a push, needing some inspiration from another. Maybe you guys could just be at a point where you really don't know exactly, if it'll work, if it's the right thing, that sort of thing. If you've been recovering, looks like things are going to take its course. It's going to take time for you to get on the other side of your recovery. So just be careful with yourself. Don't get frustrated because things, you're not in peak on a peak level, health wise, just yet. Just give yourself some time. I feel like it's going to take time. You may not even be able to travel right now, and that can be frustrating to you. You may not even be able to go to work still yet, so that may be frustrating. I feel like some of you guys in week 2, there's going to be I just get like somebody is trying to be logical with you, trying to reason with you, trying to um, make sense of things, but there may be some confusion around that. Almost like you don't want to see it, you don't want to deal with it. So it's like, it's hard to kind of move the dial or move the needle over. So I would say definitely the only person could really be holding you back is yourself, and trying to just do too much. And I feel like it's like you're doing too much and getting nothing done. That's how I'm feeling here. Um, and you're kind of all over the place. It's like one minute, you're taking a step back, you're trying to get your ducks in a row, and you're saying, okay, I just need to clean. Once I clean, then I can go to the next step. Well, then when you clean, it's like, I can go to the next step, but now I have to do this before I can go and do that. Well, now I have to do, like, you're doing everything except for the one thing that you should be doing. Um, and you're going around and around in a circle, and it's not conducive to you getting to a better place for yourself. So I don't know what that is. I don't even know who this is reaching, but that's what I'm getting. Now, in the work sphere, it looks like some of you, maybe, you're dealing with a lot of men. There's a lot of men in this spread. So I feel like some of you could be taking on masculine energy. Sagittarius ladies, it could be some masculine energy going on. If you're looking for work, I feel like there's going to be you needing to adhere to certain things. Like if you apply for something, okay, it comes through, but it may come in a way that you wasn't anticipating. So it may come through email. And they say, we want you to do da da da. Or it may come through an automated system, and you didn't recognize the number, so you didn't answer. So it's like you've got to stay on top of things, I feel. There's new opportunity here, but you've got to be ready. You've got to be ready, okay? And it looks like, again, some of you may be up wanting a promotion, okay? You may be feeling like, okay, I want to get promotion. I'm working towards getting this promotion. So I do see that opportunity coming there, or some of you may be just starting the process of, applying for a promotion. Others of you, I feel like working is going to help you get into a better mental space, okay? But you may find that you're overworking. And again, that is some type of avoidance. Some of you there's some avoidance going on here. You're over focusing and overdoing something to avoid something else is what I'm getting. And if you saw these cards, you're like, where do you see that at? Where do you see that? I don't see it, but that's what I'm seeing and that's what I'm sensing. So it's applying to someone. That being said, I feel like that's going to lend itself to confusion as we get to the end of the month, and perhaps you then having to someone calling you out on something at the end of the month. Now I don't feel like it's detrimental or anything like that, but you may find like you made a mistake at work, and someone kind of makes a mountain out of a molehill, that type of thing. And it's, your supervisor, your boss could be watching. So it's like, oh my goodness, just kind of embarrassing, that sort of thing is what I'm getting. And men, if you work in a job that's a lot of men, but you may not typically ever deal with them before, it's like you're dealing with everyone. You may, if you run your business, you may find that men become more of a clientele for you. Because I get a lot of men in this spread. So if you are a Sag man, it looks like some of you may be trying to make a proposal of some sort, perhaps to your business partner or your coworker, or your business partner, coworker. I feel like this person is an equal to you, and I feel like you may not realize that someone may try to throw you under the bus, is what I'm getting. It's like, this is such a weird reading. I'm sorry, guys. It's a very weird reading. It's just this weird energy. Someone may try to throw you under the bus. So it's just a hodgepodge of a bunch of stuff. You guys are working, overworking. You're trying to avoid one thing. You're driving yourself crazy, kind of you're going in a circle, doing the same thing over and over again, and you need to do something different. You need to just step out on faith. There's something that you need to just do. But you want to research. You want to ask people. You want to do all of these things instead of just doing it. And you need to just do it. If school is it, then you need to just go to admissions and start applying for school. If it's a new job, then you need to make sure that you're on top of your emails, your phone, all of that stuff, because they're going to want you to do certain things, and that's just their protocol. There is no, well, I was late or I didn't get the message, and you're going to lose out. So you have to make sure that you're staying on top of things. I feel like on an emotional level, though, you guys are not in the best place. Sometimes you feel a little despondent, then you're a bit confused, and you kind of want to just chuck it all and just leave. There's just a lot of heavy emotions and energies going on with you guys. Mentally, you may feel very combative to some extent, like very argumentative, feeling like you don't trust or someone doesn't trust you, they needing to constantly explain, or you constantly needing to explain. Um, and that's going to just lead to confusion in a relationship on any level, a working relationship, business, home, family, intimate. So I feel like, and some of you, if somebody's doing this to you, you may try your best to avoid this person. I get um like tension, you know I get tension and someone feeling stuck in life and not necessarily doing the right things to get unstuck. So they're staying in that stuckness, and with that is creating a lot of havoc and a lot of issues. So try to get a hold of that. I know I said the same thing to I said it to Libra, like their only issue is they're going to be like overthinking, negative thinking, and negative talking. So yeah, try to get a hold of that. But you guys have way more to get a hold of than just that. I feel like emotionally you're not in the greatest place. Mentally, you're trying to get into a better place for yourself. But someone may try to challenge you, or you challenge someone, that sort of thing. So be careful with that. When it comes to a relationship, for the remainder of October, I feel like some of you may be like, one minute if you're single, you're not in the social life, like you've taken a break. And this new situation, so a new job, a new business, a new something, is going to make it even more difficult for you to socialize. It's going to be all work and no play for you guys. It's not going to be this time and this theme of like, oh, I'm going here, I'm going there. And even if you go out and you try to indulge in things, you're going to be like, why did I do that? So really, you guys have got to deal with whatever your issue is that you're not dealing with. And it's you. It's you. It's not so much other people is what I'm getting. And even if it is someone else, it's kind of brought on by your state of confusion, if that makes any sense. So I would say taking things step by step, you got to build yourself there. If you're not used to, let's just take an example of exercising, right? You know, you got to exercise. I'm saying if that's your thing, you got to exercise, but you've been laying around, you've not moved, your body is starting to just waste away. And it's like, okay, I need to go to the gym. Well, then, you have to go to the gym, you have to sign up, right? So then you do that. And then you start feeling better, like I'm going to go to the gym and sign up. But, then all of a sudden you start to put in, overtime at work. And then you never go to the gym. So it's like, first you have to take the step, and then you have got to be consistent to see the victory in it. You understand? So that's the thing. That is knowing that it's a long process, it's a long haul, and there's something that is calling for you guys to deal with. And I feel like it's with you. It's not with a circumstance or people. It's with you. It's going to take some time for you to get a new learned behavior. But if you're consistent with it and you are taking it step by step, then, and understanding when where you need to make the sacrifice and when, then I feel like you will be very successful in this thing that you want to do. But I feel some of you are too mentally controlled, locked, stuck, and you kind of need to just like pace yourself, take step by step, but be very consistent, a little bit at a time. So instead of saying, okay, I'm going to sign up for the class where, you have to come 5 times a week, and you stay for like a 2-hour course, and it gets more and more intense. Like, start with something ginger. Maybe do, yoga. Maybe do Tai Chi, Pilates, something where it's like you take 1 class a week, and then you leave yourself open to take another class or go into the gym by yourself. Just giving an example. It could be anything, right? So if it's your business, just be realistic in what you can accomplish and do on a consistent basis, because that's what you guys need, a little bit more consistency to reach this end goal. With school, again, it's going to be that, it's going to call for that same thing, but don't go applying for school knowing that, well, I'm the type of person where if I get, I'm about to hit a crazy work season for me. This is our high season, and now I'm got to go to school, and it's mandatory that I work 12-hour shifts. Like, you're gonna, you know what I mean. So just be realistic and be ginger with yourself. Saturn is almost out of your sign, almost out of your sign. So just, take it step by step, because yes, Saturn is still doing a number on you guys, I feel. And as we get to the end of October, I feel like you're going to get a little bit more logical, more practical about things. But on an emotional level, I feel like there still may be some confusion about what you really want, where you really want to be, what you really want to do, where you really want to go. If that creates some frustration from another person, you just have to kind of let it go. That's not their deal. It's your deal. I do see some form of a conflict coming up. That's what I'm getting. But if that happens, I feel like someone will be there. Either the person that goes off on you, they're going to turn around and apologize, or someone will be there to just like, console you and say, that person was a jerk or whatever, And it could be, again, making some form of a mistake at work. It's someone, and I feel like this person is doing it purposely, like someone trying to, prove to everyone that, you made a mistake and that sort of thing. So that's not going to stop you from being able to move forward. You're not going to lose your job because of it or anything like that. But I feel that, it's just only going to be more clearer of like, you need to figure out what you want to do. I feel like a lot of you just don't know what you want, what you really, really want. You just don't know. And so you guys are overcompensating in your life and all, but you're not getting exactly the things done that you need to. And there's people here to help you. I feel like you don't even know how to get the best out of these people to help you. So it's like, there's people to help you. You just got to see it for what it is and use it for how it needs to be used. Okay, step by step, a little bit at a time, and focus on an ultimate goal that you want. It could just be one thing, but focus on an ultimate goal and take it step by step and allow people to help you with that. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys for this last 2 weeks. It almost feels like I gave you guys like a whole month reading, but it's heavy, guys. The cards I was putting out, it was like they were kind of deep. So I was trying to, clarify it to see if it would be an end to it. But yeah, that's what we have, this little deep discussion. So if you guys can relate to this and you'd like to share, please do so in the comment section below. And the last card was the victory card. So I feel like everything is gonna work fine. It's just you have got to make focus on these things. You got to make focus on these things that you need to do, and kind of try to figure out what you want for yourself, and try and use the people around you. There are people around you that are there to help. So everything is not put on you. So use them. Use them properly, and don't try to do everything yourself. Okay. So that's what I have. When I say use, and I mean, obviously in the best way possible, but that's what I have. If you like a personal reading with me, I can be reached in the beginning and into this video, as well as the description box below. I hope some of you, or most of you rather, could understand and relate to what I'm saying to you, because this is I don't even know where I came up with all of that stuff, but that's what I was seeing and sensing. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. Definitely go back to some other videos, because this is not going to be reflective of previous videos. So with that, you might want to subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Sagittarius.